Hey you guys, I am here to do a quick tutorial on a question I get a lot, and I've gotten it like 2 or 3 times on Instagram, so I figured it was time that I finally answer. So a lot of people have asked me, how do I highlight and contour? I think they really go hand in hand. If you really want depth of a contour, you really want your highlight, and if you really want a highlight, you're going to need to do some depth with your contour. So I figured I'd show you guys what I normally do. I had to pull some blinds and stuff just because, you know, it is a little bright in front of me. But, yeah, right now I just have on foundation. That's all I put on. I just put on MatchMaster and a shade 7. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, like, some concealer. I use Prolongwear and NC35. And you just take your little concealer brush, whatever you have, and you want to take your concealer, and I make triangles underneath the eyes. They're going to be relatively large, but just put the product in and you don't really have to worry about too much initially. So that's my under eyes. I also do the bridge of my nose. And then you can also do your forehead. Now, for the ladies, what you're also going to want to do is this area right here. And you guys can actually do a little bit of your chin as well, just to bring the light to it. So I'm going to do that too. So you guys see, like, it's really ridiculous, like, from here down to both sides to here. It looks crazy because, you know, it is too bright, but it's supposed to be. So what I do is I take my MAC, I believe this is 286, it is the dual fiber eyeshadow blending brush, and I blend in under my eyes. If you don't have that, I'd say use your fingers and just dab it in. But I do recommend a dual fiber brush. I think it makes the process a lot easier. Also, you can do the same thing down here and on your forehead. I have to pull some more of these blinds. But yeah, so that's my highlighted portion. I still left the bridge of my nose untouched, but that's the highlight. The next thing you want to do is take whatever you're going to use for your contour. And I normally would do blunt blush, but today I actually purchased some sculpting powder in Shadowy. It's a pro product from MAC. So I'm going to do the same thing I would normally do. I'm going to grab a small contour brush. So I have my small little contour brush, and I just swirl it into the product. And then you find the hollows of your cheeks, because that's where I always start my contour. Hollow of the cheeks. Don't do that, that makes you guys look old. So after you do the cheekbone, the next thing you want to also do, if you have a large forehead like me, I have a very large forehead, you want to go up your temple, and then I also do around my hairline. I tend to go circular around this area and kind of just carve out that forehead, because I want to only bring the highlighted portion to people's attention and try to draw back their attention from how tall my forehead actually is. Now take that same 286 brush and use your sculpting powder to shape out your nose. I do the sides to under the brow. I do the side to under the brow. You want to bring it all the way down. So there you go. That is the nose contour. Just continue to blend. If you find that you have any areas that are uneven, be careful not to go too far in with your darker shade, because you don't want to get like the thin like pencil or like the Jackson nose. That's kind of scary. But I mean, beyond that, you know, you also want to try to carve out your jawbone. If you don't want it to be too dominant, then don't do this step, because it can make some women look manly, but for me, I prefer to have a really sharp jawbone. I like bone structure a lot. So this is pretty much the basics of what I do. It's pretty simple. You know, just go in with your concealer and highlight everything. Then you want to go and add your shadowing and everything with your contour powder. The final steps that I do, you really don't have to do them, but they're just like my own little things. For me, I like to go over my contours with iridescent powder, which if you watch my highlighter tutorial, I talk about it and I show like pretty much what it does when it's really pigmented. But what I do is I take it and it's just like a bronzy powder, and I'll use it as my bronzer. So I'll place it over my highlight, over like the transition of my highlight and my contour. So I pretty much treat it like a blush, and that's how I get like the sun-kissed like tan. And I pretty much go over all my work, just so that I can get that even glow. And I also do a little bit on my forehead. But you want to make sure that you remove any excess, just because you don't want it to be too bronzy or too glittery. Really, with this product, a lot goes a long way. I mean, well, a little goes a long way, not a lot. But, yeah. And then for the final piece of it, for my highlight, the very, you see under the eyes how bright it is. And what you want to do is take your Soft and Gentle, which is MAC's also. It's like, everyone told me it was too bright for my complexion, but it's so not true. You guys can use Soft and Gentle no matter how dark you are. So take your fan brush and place it on the high point of your cheekbone. And then I also do the center of the forehead where I highlighted, down the bridge of the nose, the last thing I do is take my little synthetic buffing brush, which is similar to like a kabuki, and I just go over my highlighted area, just so that I can blend it more into my skin and it looks a little bit more natural. Because, you don't want it to be too noticeable that you are wearing makeup. You just want it to translate well in photos, but still look like a human in person. So, my best recommendation is to, play around with this. Do it until you feel like it looks right for you, because it took me a little while to find all the right products and the right shades, but overall I really do like how this looks. So, you guys go out and try to highlight and contour yourselves, because it's nowhere near as difficult as you think it is. I know you guys can do it. So subscribe, and I don't know why I always do that, but subscribe and share this video, and you know, share the knowledge. And even if it's somebody you don't like and you don't like their makeup, send this video, because you can help them look better. You can be a good person by being a bad person. But yeah, I gotta go, you guys. Enjoy the tutorials. Look through my page. Don't forget to subscribe once again. And I love you guys. Mwah.